I felt it was just yesterday when I printed this poster and put it here on my door, as I was really excited about the imminent release of the King of Fighters 15. Now that was 2 years ago, and of course the game is going to celebrate its 2-year anniversary in February. So I decided to do this video and talk about the current state of the game. The game has gone through so many changes in the past 24 months or so, and I wanted to talk about where we are right now, what happened, and what we're looking into the future. Now, as it is with every game, there are people online who talk about how the game is dead, it's done, nobody's playing it, while other people are saying, well, this is the greatest game ever. So let's talk a little bit about how we got here. Now, before I do that, a gentle reminder to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you are notified whenever I drop a new video. Now, as I said, the King of Fighters 15 came out in February 2022. So it's almost 2 years. When the game launched, it had a roster of 39 characters. I don't know if you remember, but a lot of people were like, come on, 39 characters, that's the smallest roster, not the smallest, but one of the smallest roster of a KOF game. However, look at the game now. We are at 59 characters with 2 DLC seasons under its belt. The game also went through so many changes. One of the biggest changes is balance. Now, a lot of people were saying, and I talked to some people as I was in UFA recently and doing commentary for the KOF 15 tournament over there, a lot of people who dropped the game early and they said, well, the game was not balanced, there was Cronin everywhere. Well, the game, just like every other fighting game, goes through iterations of balance. And now, it is by far, and I say it and I know what I'm saying, it is by far the most balanced KOF game ever. It's really balanced. All the characters are viable. All of them are viable. Yes, some are stronger than others, maybe, but again, under the right user, all these characters are very, very viable. From 39 characters, we have 20 more that were added, 59 characters. And honestly, I am not surprised. When I spoke to the game producer Yasuaki Oda when I was filming the making of the King of Fighters 15 documentary, which if you haven't seen, I don't know what you're doing, link is above, is in the description below, you can see the passion and the ambition that the development team had when making this game. Whether it's the roster, which right now actually has some of the best roster, and I'm not talking about numbers, but pretty much most of the beloved characters are there. Still missing a couple, I agree, and we'll talk about those later on. The game has some of the best music of all the KOF game into the DJ station, which was again amazing. And if you saw again the documentary, you see the idea behind having that DJ station, which again is remarkable. Now, of course, the game is lacking in some areas, and we'll get to those in a second. But one of the most important thing is the netcode. The game launched with rollback netcode, so everybody was happy. And then recently, well, a few months ago, SNK has dropped the crossplay platform patch, allowing players using different platforms. I'm playing PC against someone on PlayStation and vice versa, which was a huge thing. Now, this, however, is some people were saying it took too long for SNK to do it. Agree or disagree, it really doesn't matter. What matters right now, it is there and it is working. In fact, the netcode is so good, and I was so surprised. A couple days ago, I was streaming and I was training the King of Fighters, playing the King of Fighters 15, and I had few sets, about an hour of intense matches with this player, and it was great. It felt great. Throughout that hour, I think there were 2 instances where I felt something is kind of missing, maybe like the rollback frames, but it was not. It's just like 1 second and then everything went back to normal. I was able to do my combos. He was able to do his combos. At the end, I was surprised when I spoke to the person because he was actually watching my stream as playing against me. He actually revealed to me that he lives in Canada. He's located in Canada, I'm located in Morocco, and to be able to play KOF 15 and do the combos and have it at that state is insane. It just shows how good the game is right now when it comes to online gameplay. It really is one of the best online experiences you can get right now. Again, the roster, one of the most balanced games we have right now, and also one of the most fun games that we have. And I'm not just saying that as a fan of the KOF franchise. I love Street Fighter, I love Mortal Kombat. I'm not happy about the last Mortal Kombat, by the way. I think they dropped the ball. Street Fighter 6 is great, it's in a great shape. Yeah, there's some issues there as well. But KOF 15 right now, I have the most fun playing KOF 15. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is some of the things that I kind of agree with some people. So we might never know the reasons, but yes, I would have loved to have seen more cosmetics for the game, more costumes. You know, we had Terry, we had Leona, and a couple other costumes that we've gotten, like Kim and Shingo. other than that, it hasn't, or Sylvie as well. But other than that, there's no costumes. I think that's really missed opportunity. I'm not sure what's the reason behind it. Again, we as fans and players can always speculate, but we don't really know what's happening, right? We don't know the reasons of things. But I would have wanted more DLC costumes, of course, and it's not too late. Hopefully we can get some. I would have wanted more stages. So again, this is all cosmetics, and you'll see as I make these things that I want to see added to the game, I don't talk about gameplay because the gameplay for me is perfect. I think it's really the most fun I have playing a KOF game. It's just so good. So I would have wanted more stages as well, obviously. It'd be great. Another thing, and I think a lot of people who are fan of the King of Fighters lore in general, like me, will say, is that the story is lacking. Now, I'm not saying the story is bad, but it's kind of difficult to know what the story is because you only have a normal arcade mode and not a story mode. Now, of course, with new games now, everything has a story mode. It started with Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter had the World Tour mode. You have Tekken 8 and 7, even 7 had that, but Tekken 8 story mode looks amazing. I don't know if you've seen the demo that just dropped earlier. But I would wanted to see an actual story mode, especially that the King of Fighters has some of the best story in all fighting games. So it really is, again, something that I really want to see added. Again, it's not too late. Now, as I said, we've had 2 seasons. SNK has not confirmed a 3rd season yet, but I will be surprised if they don't really, because I mean, the next game we have is Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. We don't know when that's coming out, so obviously it's not right around the corner, still some time away. And I'll be surprised if SNK drops support of the King of Fighters 15 this early. They even said in the last press release that they did about the game is that the King of Fighters 15 will continue to evolve. So there's things still coming to the game. Now, what do I want in this evolution that SNK said? Now, obviously, I want a season 3. I want more characters added, and everybody wants that. This should be another video where I talk about which characters I want to see in season 3, but in the top of my head, I want to see Krauser, big Krauser fan, as you know. I want to see Shen Wu make a comeback. I mean, we have Duo Lon here. And by the way, Duo Lon is the only character that is not viable in the King of Fighters 15 in the current meta. Not sure if it's just people didn't figure him out, but that's the exception. So I would like to see Shen Wu. I would like to see Krauser, Kasumi. I'm a big Kasumi fan, so I would like to see Kasumi make a comeback, among other characters. But again, that's a topic for another video. Now, I'm not sure if this could be it, but after 2 years, maybe it's a good idea to introduce some sort of a new mechanic. Something that introduces something new to the game and, get people more excited about the gameplay. The gameplay is for me, it's fire. It's perfect. But, I've seen this before. A lot of companies do that. Street Fighter did that with Street Fighter 5. A couple of years later, a new mechanic is introduced and something to just, bring the hype back up again, which I would not say no to. Would I want to see more single player content? Absolutely do, but it's I have to be realistic here. I don't see that happening. I don't see single player content added, with the exception of the boss challenge mode, which is again a mode that was added post-release. So maybe another boss, maybe Orochi could be added. That'll be great. But anyway, I just want to say that the game is thriving. It is in the best place it has been. Great gameplay, amazing netcode, crossplay, 59 playable characters right now. If you have the DLC, that's a lot. And again, SNK keeps adding some free DLCs. The bosses, Rugal and Guinness were given for free, so I think that's a great thing. But again, KOF 15 is a great game. It's still been supported. We still have the SNK World Championship happening. The Grand Finals are going to happen in the US in March. And if the UFA tournament, which again I just was there a couple of weeks ago, it's any indication, it's just the variety now that we see in tournaments is great. We see so many because everybody's viable right now. Gone are the days of everybody using Cronin and B. Janet. Now every character is viable, which is, again, amazing. Now, I'm really not surprised to see this game in this state. As I said, speaking to the developers when I was in Japan last year, it's just, you can see the passion. You can see how much these individuals love the game and want to make the best KOF game ever, and it's showing. And again, you learn so much from when you talk to them and see every idea behind the changes or the decisions that they had in the game. Again, this is all available in the making of the King of Fighters 15 documentary. Link is again in the description and above this video. So what do you guys think about the King of Fighters 15 right now? Are you playing it? Are you excited about its future? What are you hoping to see in Season 3 when, hopefully not if, we get it? Let me know all that in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.